Okay, this is a quick review about the HP LaserJet M209 DWE wireless black and white laser printer. I picked it up at Best Buy for $89, so it's possible to get this printer that cheap. And I'll just go over some of the features.
Okay, we needed a new Apple AirPrint printer, and they had this LaserJet HP M209DWE on sale for $99. And it does air printing. It gives you 6 months of free toner, but basically you sign up for this program, and for 6 months they'll check your printer to see if you need toner, and they'll automatically send you new toner for 6 months. Afterwards, then you get a deep discount on the toner, but pretty much HP is in control of sending you the toner, and they're constantly scanning your printer to see if you need toner. So it's kind of like an AI thing that I particularly don't like them doing. Now, on laser printers of the past, you could buy generic toner and put it in the printer and it will work. Well, HP pretty much made that impossible to do now because they have a chip in all the toners, and that's how the printer knows if it's out of ink or not. And I have a feeling that because this is connected to the internet at all times, that it's going to check that printer and make sure that you're not using a toner that is not HP approved, which is HP toner alone. So you may not be able to use third-party toner cartridges in this, which is going to cost a lot. Now, this printer doesn't have a really big toner.
The 134A toner is rated at 1100 pages. A 134X toner is rated at 2400 pages.
I didn't sign up for the 6 months free toner basically because we aren't going to use it enough, and I think I'll sign up for it later. You don't have to sign up for it right away. Now, this thing has a 1-year warranty, and one thing I noticed is it has a network cable connection in the back as well as Wi-Fi. You can't have both connected at the same time. If you're going to use the hard linked network connection, then the Wi-Fi doesn't work. If you're going to use the Wi-Fi, the hard link connection is not going to work. So that kind of frustrates me in a way. I like to have both at the same time. But this is particularly going to be used for air printing, so we're basically stuck with the Wi-Fi connection. Now, the Wi-Fi connection uses 5G and 2G, so you have both options there. Setting this printer up wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be, especially on the computer, of course. You had to download their application again, and they want to basically control everything. This one doesn't have a scanner or anything like that. It's just a black and white printer. The resolution of the printouts I'm not all too happy with. As far as printing out like an image, like a photograph or something. Printing out text, it's a little fuzzy.
And I wanted to compare this laser printer to my older laser printer. I have a LaserJet P3015, and you can see that image on top. And the normal mode for this laser printer, the LaserJet M209DWE, on the left is the normal mode, and then on the right is the econo mode. You can select how much toner I guess it's going to use, and I'll show you that in the next clip. So when you go to print, this screen comes up and you could change the print quality. Here I changed it to econo mode. It's normally set to normal. The printer doesn't really remember the last state it was in, so now if you see on top it says preset default. You can change the preset of this so that every time it comes on as econo mode. Print speed is 30 pages per minute. It holds 150 sheets of paper.
And it uses Jet Intelligence. We all know what that is now. That's basically HP forcing to use their toner. It works with Google Play, Google Assistant, App Store has an app, AirPrint. Let me go look and see what the resolution is. Alright, it's a 600 by 600 resolution printer. I'm used to some 1200 by 1200 resolution, so that's why I guess the images don't come out as crisp as I'm used to. It says right on the box it has a 1-year extra HP warranty. Basically what that means is you got 2 years parts and 2 years labor. So normally these come with a 1-year warranty, but I guess they added an extra year warranty. I've never had problems with HP in the past, but this is not the HP of the past. They've changed a lot of things on these printers, particularly the toner cartridge that you have to buy. But the parts aren't as, the plastic isn't as good as the older printers, if you know what I mean. The plastic feels cheap. Granted, this is a $99 printer. You get one toner cartridge with it. You get to the point at some point where you just buy a new printer every year, because the toner for these, while they aren't expensive, you're still forced to get them from HP. I don't know. They're all doing this now. Canon, Epson, they're all doing their own toner thing. They're all forcing you to buy toner. I really wanted to go with somebody besides HP, but I had trouble. A lot of the reviews on all these printers say they're bad. Even this HP says some of them have bad reviews. I would not trust Canon and Epson as much as I would trust HP as far as longevity goes. This printer was $99 before New Year's. So, and it works with AirPrint. That was the priority thing we needed. So there's an HP Smart app that you have to install on your Google Android devices. I don't think this will work directly with those devices as AirPrint would with Apple. Apple, you can use Add AirPrint Printer application and this will connect to it. So on Apple, you don't have to install their Smart Print app, which is pretty nice. If I had my option, I'd probably just not install the HP Smart Print app on your Apple products. Because I think, in a way, that's how HP is tracking the toner. So there might be a way to avoid the toner problem if you don't connect it with the Smart app. I'll have to see. Now on eBay, there are companies that make toner for this, and what they do is they have a little instrument that pulls out the microchip that's glued onto the toner on the HP cartridge and put it on their toner, and it lets the printer print. I'm just not so sure on this one because this one's so connected to the internet that it may just shut down the printer if you aren't using a real toner. And even if you used a toner that has that chip on it, HP may have already shut down the toner cartridge remotely. So I think there's a high probability that HP is starting to do things like that. In the end, this is a pretty good printer for what you need to do. Just printing text and some receipts and stuff using AirPrint. AirPrint's pretty important nowadays. This is the HP LaserJet M209 DWE. And it's a $99 printer at times. You have to get it on sale. HP also has other products that are similar for $89. But I think for AirPrint, you basically have to have something like this. The color ones are way expensive and they have a lot of problems. A lot of the reviews just don't like the color ones, especially on Epson and Canon. But the ink is a lot more expensive on the color ones. If I was going to get a color printer, I would definitely get a color laser printer. I would not get inkjet color laser because I just don't think they last very long. So this HP printer will do basically most of the stuff you do 90% of the time, just printing black and white. It is 600 by 600 dot resolution, which I'd rather have 1200 by 600 or 1200 by 1200. I would assume that there's some other printers that are in the lower price scale that do that. But this, for what it does, is fine.